Thank you for joining us. I'm Ken Sharp, and today we're talking about motions for rehearing.
And I'm Mary Winston. You may be asking yourself, what exactly is a motion for rehearing, and why would I want to file one? Or maybe you already filed one, but still aren't exactly sure what comes next.
A motion for rehearing is actually just a written request you can send to TDLR to ask the Commission to take another look at your case if you believe there was a legal error or mistake in the final decision or order in your case. The Commission can give you a rehearing if there was a substantial legal error in the decision or order and that error unfairly affected your rights.
For example, there might have been a mistake in how the law was applied in your case, or there may have been insufficient notice of the allegations against you.
However, the law does not allow the Commission to give you a new hearing just because you disagree with the decision. A motion for rehearing must be based on a legal error. It is not an opportunity to re-argue your case because you are unhappy with the decision.
The next question is, when and how do you file a motion for rehearing? The letter that came with your decision or order explains how to file the motion. First, you should carefully read those instructions. As we said before, your request must explain the legal error, the mistake of law you believe the department or commission made when it issued the decision or order against you. Also, the motion must be sent to TDLR in writing. Either a letter or an email is fine. Finally, the department must receive your motion within 25 days of the date that the order was signed. If it is not received in time, the Commission cannot consider your motion for rehearing.
Your motion will be reviewed by the Department's General Counsel Division. If the General Counsel determines the Commission can consider your motion, they will contact you and add your motion to the agenda of an upcoming Commission meeting in Austin.
You are not required to attend the meeting. Some people don't come. Some people watch the meeting on the TDLR website. However, if you file a motion for rehearing, we would encourage you and your attorney, if you decide to hire one, to attend the meeting, because when the Commission considers your motion, they might have a question that only you can answer.
So if I filed a motion for a rehearing, what can I or my attorney talk about at the Commission meeting when the Commission considers my motion?
Once again, at the meeting, you may only discuss errors of law that you listed in your written motion for rehearing, and the only errors the Commission may consider are those legal errors that affected your right to a fair hearing. The Commission Chair will let you know if a particular issue is not appropriate for the Commissioners to consider. The Commission meeting is not a place to attempt to settle the matter, lower the fine, or restate or re-argue facts admitted into evidence if you had a previous hearing. Remember, a rehearing may be granted only if the Commissioners believe there was an error of law.
Well, what happens if you don't want a rehearing but just want to appeal your case right away to district court? How do you do that?
You can't. The law does not allow you to skip this process and appeal your case directly to the district court. The law requires you to first request a rehearing, like we've talked about here. If your motion for rehearing is denied, then you may appeal your case to the district court.
And speaking of appeals, if you appeal a decision of the Commission, that appeal must be filed with the district court in Travis County within 30 days from the date your motion for rehearing was denied. But appeals are complex legal matters, and you might want to talk to a lawyer if you are thinking about appealing a decision of the Commission.
It's always important to remember, any person involved in a legal proceeding should talk to an attorney about legal rights and obligations. The legal proceedings before the Commission of Licensing and Regulation can be very complicated, and they certainly can affect your legal rights. TDLR staff may be able to answer questions about the procedures of the Commission meetings and the motions for rehearing. They cannot, however, give you legal advice.
We hope you found this information helpful. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you at the Commission meeting.